Hey team, welcome back to the channel. Since our last video, we headed up to Boulder so Sid could work on her hip injury with our PT Dane. For more updates on that specifically, head over to our Patreon. During the first couple days we were in Boulder, people kept asking if we were planning to race Old Man Winter, and we finally decided we better look it up and see what it was.
Number 7. I love this sticker. That's going on the cooler.
We learned that it was an annual winter festival with 100K and 50K gravel rides and a 10K run. And it sounded like a lot of fun. So 2 days before the event, I decided I better go ahead and race it.
We are going on a recon mission, and it is a beautiful 50-degree, those blue skies, sunny day, which is probably not what it's going to do tomorrow. Have you guys seen the weather report for tomorrow?
Yeah, 25 and snowing.
25 and snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Macky crazy, or are we crazy for not doing it?
Doing it right.
Oh yes, but why? But other than we can.
Well, I figured you would be happy if we had binoculars.
You're right. This is my Christmas present from my parents. Because we like to spy on people when we're in the van. The Old Man Winter course starts in Lyons, Colorado, just north of Boulder. After a couple of miles of pavement, it turns onto a dirt road. Oh, this is where it's going to get fun. Oh my goodness. You might be glad it's frozen, actually.
Yeah, this is better frozen, but it will be.
These guys are committing to their warm-up ride. Committing to washing their bikes. After zigzagging its way south and west on a mixture of pavement and gravel, the course crosses Highway 36 and heads up Left-Hand Canyon. After a couple miles of steady climbing, it turns onto Rowena Canyon Trail, the only single-track portion of the race.
Apparently this is the start of Rowena Canyon, which, as you can see, is definitely going to be a hike bike. There will be no riding of this section. I wonder if it gets any better, but I'm betting not. So I guess I'll be doing a hike in the middle of my race tomorrow as well.
For obvious reasons, we weren't able to drive this section, so we headed up to the top via another dirt road and connected back onto the course on Sunshine Canyon. This section is neutralized, meaning it doesn't count towards the overall race time, because race promoters wanted to encourage racers to be safe on the fast open road descent and obey numerous stop signs. The timing chips clock back on at Linden Drive, and after a bit more climbing and descending, the course goes back on Left-Hand Canyon the opposite direction. Then racers get on the same dirt roads they will have ridden on the way out before hitting the pavement for a long, hard 3-mile pedal to the finish back in Lyons. Or at least, that was how things were supposed to go. What are we doing?
I need some fenders for my bicycle.
Yeah, after looking at the course, we have decided that Macky could really use a fender.
And there's like, what, 26 mounting points on this bicycle?
Yeah, there's plenty of mounting points. Trying to figure out if this is gonna fit on the bike or not.
This is the friendlier fender.
Friendlier fender. Does that mean it's like easier to put on or something?
I don't, apparently.
You got your fender?
I got my fender, and I'm very excited about it.
Because it's a friendly fender?
Because it's the friendliest. It's a friendlier fender.
I thought it was hilarious in there. Everyone in the store wanted to share like what their tire pressure was gonna be for tomorrow. Like everyone's doing this race.
What layers are you wearing?
Yeah, like how many layers are you wearing?
Yep. How wide are your tires?
Yeah,
felt like
so
mountain biking.
Our like 2-minute bike shop stop turned into half an hour. Something about fenders that I feel like it's like I feel cool that we own them now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little ridiculous.
You are?
Yeah.
Why?
Fenders aren't cool.
I think of fenders as being cool. I think that's the back one.
I think this is the front one.
Oh.
That's it.
So how many times have you ridden this bike so far, Macky?
This will be my 3rd ride.
And you're gonna ride for 100K?
Yeah. You know, go big or go home, right?
That does not look right to me. Now I'm kind of worried about you pulling snow in there and like clogging up. There's not very much space.
Well.
Here's a little weather check this morning. It's 8 a.m. It's raining. It's not raining, it's snowing. Looks like it's gonna keep snowing for a while. What are you wearing for this? What's your dressing strategy? Medium thickness socks?
Yeah, sort of normal thickness, but merino wool socks.
And then those are the
chamois
amphib tights.
Yeah, so they're fleece lined, which is nice. Merino wool.
Yeah, that jersey's
Fairly
amazing.
lightweight base layer. And
then the jersey.
Thick merino wool jersey.
So you sort of look like a ninja. This is a road race. Are we gonna incorporate any color here?
Neon red jacket over top. I'm gonna bring both of these gloves. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna wear. And then hat or possibly balaclava and then a buff.
Yes, the winter shoes
winter
for
riding
definitely
shoes.
like winter shoe mode
yes.
today.
I made it to the race. There are lots of people here, which I was sort of wondering based on the road conditions and the outside conditions, which look like this. So it's about 25 degrees and snowing hard. It has not been plowed, at least it doesn't look like it has, and there are about 3 inches of new snow. So I think this is gonna be awesome and crazy and an absolute blast. And I'm also a little bit nervous.
Enjoy a beautiful Colorado snowy Sunday.
I didn't show up early enough to the start, so I started pretty far back in the pack. It's gonna be that kind of day for sure. Oh, guy on a TT bars. Nice. The first couple miles of pavement were slippery and fairly slow, but I was able to work my way forward and was pretty pleased with my position as we turned onto the first dirt road. That's when things started falling apart. The first crash did something weird to my right shifter, and I ended up having to stop to figure it out. Well, this is unfortunate. My crash seems to have stopped my lever from shifting into harder gears. And I don't know why. It took a couple minutes to eventually get it figured out, but conditions just got worse and worse. The paved sections weren't too bad and were fairly rideable, but all the dirt roads were covered in a layer of ice plus 3 inches of fresh snow. Good thing we aren't on a bunch of icy ruts, right? They were so bad that even slight rises turned out to be unrideable. I decided I was not going to make it up this climb with my current tire choice. So, give a little run up the hill if I can. Oh, this fat bike up here is making a really nice track. I'm gonna try to stay in his track. Easier said than done. Whoa, it is so slippery under this snow right now. And there's a hill, a downhill with a car at the bottom. It doesn't seem especially into the idea of stopping. Whew. All right, tripoding. Just got a tripod. I'm good. I'm afraid I may have broken my shifter. Not shifter, my left side hood.
All right, we're off.
Bye, guys.
Weather is spectacular. Wow, this is a lot of snow.
It is.
I knew it was snowing, but I didn't realize it accumulated quite that much. All right, I've got Macky's extra shoes, water bottles. I have a thermos of boiling water in case we need to thaw anything out. I think I'm prepared. We had just about made it to where we were gonna do hand-ups, and I was looking at the phone to see where Macky was, and Jason's like, he's going the wrong way. So we got a little concerned that Macky was lost or had a mechanical or something.
You'd think you could put your foot down and you'd stop, but it turns out you don't.
What are you running for pressure?
Too much, I suspect.
Yeah, it seems that way. Cancel the race. What?
Canceled the race?
It's done.
Done!
Now drop those pressures.
Now I'm gonna drop those pressures and try to have a good ride back.
No Oh yeah, buddy. Way too much.
But then we got a call saying they have turned the race around because the conditions are too dangerous or something. I don't know. We're off to get the more complete story. It is pretty crap out there. I mean, but it's February in Colorado. Like, this kind of seems what you would expect. Got some wet pandas out here.
You know, I wondered whether mountain bikes were the right decision when I saw them showing up, and now I have no doubt that that was the right decision. The ride back to the start was just as sketchy, but the lower tire pressure helped and I made it back without incident. Here's what my bicycle looks like post, well, I would say race, but since we didn't actually race, that is what it looks like. And we did 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 18 miles, and it was supposed to be like a little over 60. So I think it was probably a good call to cancel the race. I would say that I was woefully unprepared.
Really?
Jason definitely called it on the tires.
Yeah.
The tires were not enough.
Yeah.
We were both wrong about tire pressure. 45 was way too high.
Yeah.
When I dropped it to like, I don't know what it is, but a lot lower, I had a lot better traction.
Were you dressed okay though?
Yeah, dressed though I was okay. I broke my front hood.
Are you kidding? How? You crashed?
Oh, I crashed like 6 times. Probably.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I was like, wham, boom.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of crashing going on.
People that have more tread, were they doing better, or was it
No,
okay?
definitely. Some people were doing better than I was.
That's probably the setup. The mountain bike tires.
Yeah, with the really wide tires. There were some people with narrower ones, but I think they were running lower pressures and more knobs.
Yeah. Well,
So.
run what you brung, as they say.
Totally. I've learned a lot of lessons here, and actually had an absolute blast crashing all over the place. But I'm a little bit relieved that the race got canceled because these conditions, while pretty exciting and entertaining, are a little bit much for doing 100K races. Check out this video next to see the bike that I was riding. We'll see you over there in just a second, and in the meantime, don't forget to be more awesome.